Hey everybody, my name is Jared with Heat Press Nation, and I'm here with my old pal, Brittany. What's up, Brittany?
Hey guys, what's up?
Those of you guys who don't know, Brittany used to work here at Heat Press Nation. If you scroll back far enough in the Facebook Live videos, you're going to see her there, co-host for a little bit.
Yeah, so like Jared said, my name's Brittany. I am a crafter by night. I am
She's Batman.
A full-time mom. I work full-time. So I have a crafting business for, let's see, I'll say I've done it for about 5 years.
Okay.
But I've been crafting for like 7, 8. So
experienced.
I started crafting, and then I just started crafting for myself, and then just took it to the next level, and then I created such a creation. So
nice.
After I started that, it's just just been kind of growing, doing new things, and
making money.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Yeah, no.
So right when I was on maternity leave, I started crafting. That was kind of like
maternity leave for Wes or
for West. Yeah. So
wait. So how old is he now?
West is actually going to be 7. So it was while I was pregnant is when I started crafting. I know.
That's crazy. Okay, sorry. Continue.
No. And then so that's when I started, and then I started small, just doing like crafts for my kids, crafts for myself, and then people started saying, "Hey, you make this stuff, or you do this," and then I was like, "Oh. Yeah, I can do that, I guess." So I started doing that. And then after that, I just started doing more and whatever.
Do you have a specialty?
So I started doing vinyl cups. That's what, when vinyl was like on all of the cups, anything like this, it was like the Starbucks ones with
just like the adhesive vinyl, right? Like the Oracal 651 or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So I started doing that, and then people, they loved them, and I was like, oh yeah, I'll do them. And I was like, wow, I didn't think I can like make money doing this. I thought it was just just for myself, like just crafting, making stuff, because I wanted to just do it for my baby shower to save money, because I was making like banners and stuff like that for the baby shower. So I started with cups, and then I was actually so scared to do any heat pressing. I don't know why. I would watch so many videos. I was like, no, I'm going to mess up the shirt. I was just overthinking it. Finally, I think after a year of crafting, I started like heat pressing shirts. And
was it a Heat Press Nation heat press?
It actually wasn't.
Oh, I got like damn, points lost. No, I'm just kidding.
I went on OfferUp, and I bought like a secondhand heat press. And then
for all the gear nerds out there, what kind of vinyl cutter were you using for your vinyl?
A Cricut.
No, double points lost. No, I'm just kidding. We love Cricut here.
So I was a Cricut user. It was easy.
You say that like a recovering addict. I was a Cricut user. No, I'm just kidding.
So I definitely. It was. I felt like it was user friendly. So
it is. It is. Sorry.
Yeah.
We just don't carry them here. That's why I'm joking about it, but Silhouette family.
So after that, started doing shirts. They weren't the best, It was, I had to like learn everything.
Dude,
right?
I'm so ashamed of the first t-shirts that I ever did. They are so ugly. They're just like, and then it's not just like the way that it was pressed, like the fonts I was using. I was like, dude, that is a butt ugly shirt. Yeah.
Yeah. I actually remember it was a shirt for New Year's that I made for my daughter. It was like the smallest thing. Like I didn't even try to make it large. It was like a little box. It was, it wasn't the best.
What did it say?
New Year's.
Oh, so just
like something, some quote, like something she wanted, and I was like, sure, I'll try.
New me, and she's a little kid though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Knowing my daughter was something like that. But so after that, I started pressing, and then people noticed I was like pressing like shirts, so I started getting more, custom orders. So I would do a lot of like party stuff. Mostly, cool. I have a lot of mom friends, so oh, you do this, you do that.
So like the word of mouth that was spreading about your business, were you like posting it like on your Instagram or whatever, like, hey, check out this shirt I made? Or was it just like, hey, friends tell friends?
So it was Facebook actually.
Oh,
first.
Facebook. Okay. Right.
So Facebook, they have like different groups you can join and stuff. Mm-hmm. So they had some party groups. Like people were looking for specific party things. They would post what they would want. I didn't even know that existed.
That's so cool.
Back then, when I started, it was like really big. Like you could find work there because people would post, oh, I want this. Does anybody make these? Or does anybody do this? And then, you comment, oh, yeah, like message me. And then it started that way. So there was this group, Party Mamas, and then they have it. She made, whoever the creator was, she made it for like every county. So like Orange County, LA County.
That's so smart.
Yeah, so it was cool. It was a way to like, it was easy business because you were like, oh yeah, I can make that. Mm-hmm. Let me give it a shot. Let's see if they want me to do it and hire me. So I got started that way after I noticed like my friends and family would order, and I'm like, it's a little intimidating. Like now it's a stranger,
yes,
instead of your family and friends, but. Yeah, after that, I was pretty busy.
When you started like expanding beyond your family and friends, did you feel like you had to up your game as far like the quality was concerned? Like,
oh, definitely.
Okay, this has to be straight, or I don't know.
I would never do anything that I didn't feel comfortable with. Mm-hmm. If let's just say, the customer was like, oh, I want this. And you knew you could do, I could do it. I would say, yeah. But then they're like, oh, do you know how to do this shoe? And I'm like, well, I can do it, but will be honest. I've never done it. So I can try.
Got it.
So I was very honest because I didn't want the quality of the work to show in that. And I wasn't charging maybe like someone who was very experienced would charge. So I think just me being honest, they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, like, that's fine. Whatever you do or however you can do it, that's
Did you
perfect.
ever have any big mess ups? And I'm asking because my first, so so my story, right? I get my heat. I start here actually. So I had nothing to do with heat pressing. I had zero background in the industry. I think I talked about this in the previous podcast. I needed a job. I wanted to get more serious with my girlfriend, who is now my wife, my baby mama now. And dude, so anyways, long story short, I start here, I get my heat press, and I'm like, oh good, my band needs merch. Like, I'm just gonna do that. And so I did that, and then like two people, we only sold like 18 shirts, maybe.
That's
not even
good,
20.
Though.
Yeah, it was cool for like a small little nobody band. Yeah. So we saw the shirts, and I'm like, oh darn, okay, crazy. And then like two people emailed us that their vinyl was peeling. Oh, dude, that crushed me so hard. I felt like I wanted to quit here. Actually, I was like, man, like I work here, I can't even do it. Man, maybe this stuff just sucks. Like, cause I was so new, I had no idea, and so I was like, oh. But then I figured it out. I realized that just not enough pressure, guys. But anyways, yeah. So that was rough. Did you have anything like that?
I did, and the good thing it was with a friend.
Oh, good.
So
okay.
I think it was when I was doing like printable vinyl, like inkjet.
Oh yeah, like the Jet Pro or whatever.
I think I didn't press it long enough or something, and it was peeling. And she messaged me, hey, like, this is going on, and I was like, oh, great. And it was when I just started, so. Yeah. I was like, oh, what do I do? What do I say?
Oh,
so I was just like, oh, you know what? Of course I apologize. It was the same day she needed it that she realized. Yeah. So I was like, rough. What you can do is, get something thin, put it over, and then, kind of heat it up with the iron bed, like, steam. And, because I didn't have time to go grab it or fix it, It did work, which was great.
Good.
However, of course, I refunded her the money for it because that, it was my fault.
Did you go overkill? Did you like refund? So when I messed up, for those guys who I messed up their shirts, dude, I refunded them. I made them new shirts. We sent them CDs. We're like, please don't tell anybody that this happened.
Yeah, what I'll do is I don't have to do it, but what I did at that time, I refunded and then I gave them like a credit, like, oh, if you order something in the future with me, I'll make sure that, this is covered or whatever.
That's a really smart move, because now instead of them just like, because, I'm sure the refund, okay, that's good. I'm glad she did that. But now with like a future credit, it's like, oh, you're making sure you get them back.
Exactly. And I think they trust you because then you're honest and, we're human. We're going to make mistakes. So I think if you resolve it and, it's a one-time thing, not a continuous problem, then I think that's the way to go.
Now that you're like years in, you have so much experience. If somebody has an issue with, and you're not, nothing's going to be appealing now. You're freaking professional.
Nothing feels.
But like, somebody says, oh, this isn't the right, whatever. I thought it was whatever order issue. Are you still going to refund future credit, or is this like, are you a little bit more firm now, like, nah?
I asked for pictures. How did you care for the shirt? Because we should all remember how to provide those instructions to them. Yes. I think it's just important communicating with them. Hey, don't wash your shirt this way, do whatever it is. Even with cups, I don't really do vinyl cups anymore, but if I do, sometimes it's like, people like the names on the cups for like wine glasses or stuff like that. So if I do those once in a while, then I'm like, hey, this is how you need to care for it.
Yeah, right.
Like, don't hand wash it. Like, please don't put it in the dishwasher. But I've tested in the dishwasher, and a lot of the vinyl.
Did it hold up?
It does.
Oh. Nice. I'm always nervous
but I don't recommend it, but I do it, and it's
my wife got this. It was like a Christmas Advent box from some some craft girls. Really cool stuff. She does like 3D. Cool. Some of the stuff was like 3D printed, which is really neat. But then one of the cups had like mini on it, but it was vinyl, and I was like, oh man, like if we put a hot coffee, because it's like a Starbucks type plastic tumbler.
Yeah.
We put hot coffee in there, is that gonna like mess it up?
No, it won't.
So I've been like kind of, because it's her cup, right? It's Minnie Mouse, but I've been like testing it and washing it. And when I wash it, I scrub it really hard when she's not looking, and I'm trying to get it to mess up to see exactly what it will take. But it's holding up really good. Like
it does.
I've never had a vinyl cup before, so it's actually really surprising. So it's pretty cool.
Really, you've never had one? This is the first one.
I made them live here, but I never like took them home to use them.
Yeah, we do. We use them all the time. I have kids, so they always want their name on a cup.
Oh, that's cool.
The summertime, stuff like that.
What did I do? I put a sticker on my Hydro Flask.
Oh, yeah.
But that's not like getting dishwashed.
Yeah, you're not really washing it.
Yeah,
like that.
Dishwashered.
Yeah. I hope you're watching it.
Hey, so I haven't even asked. So for the people, if they wanted to check you out, like, what's the name of your business, or like what, like?
So my page
what's your deal, homie?
Such a Creation. It's always been Such a Creation. I honestly I don't remember why I named it that. I think more so because I was doing a little bit of everything and creating. So before I was offering a lot of custom and personalized items. I did stop crafting for a bit. We had some, a lot of stuff going on during COVID, unfortunately. So that kind of put a hold on things. But this year I am kind of changing things around. So I really want to just work on some of my own designs and stuff like that.
Nice.
So I kind of figured, this is a little corny, but I have like a little pink heart in my logo. I have the same logo too, by the way. I made it myself. It's been there. It's the same logo I've had forever. So I love the color pink, but I want to, in all my designs, I want to include something that's like pink or has a little heart in it, just to kind of like, promote myself.
It's like your signature.
Yeah, it's my signature. So I don't think I'll change it. I don't think I'll change my name. Like, everyone knows me as that now. And it's like, if I ever did change my name, I don't know what I would change it to.
Yeah.
That's the hardest part.
That's, yeah. Like for me, like I have a million businesses that haven't worked, right? So, but one of them,
I have two. So before this, it was like something else, and so, before that, I think entrepreneurs are like people who want to start business. They've tried other things before.
Yes. Definitely. Okay. So how many? And I guess officially would be like, how many businesses with names with like a full attempt? Like, how many did you have before Such a Creation?
I think it was like 2.
Okay. Oh, that's good. That's good.
2 or 3. I would say definitely 2. I remember. One was like I was doing like a jewelry thing with my friend, and then she was getting married. So she's like, "Oh, I kind of put it on hold."
Oh, okay.
And then I was totally understanding, but I didn't feel comfortable doing it without her because it was something we did together. So
Gotcha.
and I do wish that maybe I would have kept at it because that's like, a big thing right now. So
Yeah.
it is.
Well, one of my friends, so my job before this job, when I was freelancing, I actually had started it was like a realty. I helped start. I didn't start it. I helped. I was on board when it started. My cousin, he started real estate marketing business, right?
Oh, nice.
And so at the time, like I was only getting like part-time hours. It was mostly like freelance style work, even though we were like working together on the business. And so then like there wasn't enough pie. Like the piece of the pie was not big enough to sustain me. And I did want to get married and I wanted to. So I was like, hey, you know what, bro? Like you got this, man. Like I'm gonna bounce out. Like I'm gonna go get a real job. And I didn't. So I'm here at Heat Press Nation now. And his business is freaking booming. He's already hired, like he has like 2 employees. Yeah. So like I was like, oh man, I should have probably just stuck around there.
No, you're good here, Jared.
You're great. I do love it here. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I do love it here. I mean, there they get more pizza parties. If anyone in management's watching, they get more pizza parties than we do
you
here.
guys get food though.
We do. So. Oh, you know what? That's true. Okay, fine. I love it here. Thanks, Brittany. All right. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah. So I've probably had my t-shirt business now. It's called Tuesday's Best. Shameless plug. Yeah. And so it's taco themed. Like everything, like I cut out because I wanted to like do so many things. Like it's like, no, I love tacos. I think about tacos all day. Not really, but most of the day.
I mean,
on most
who
days.
doesn't love tacos?
Dude, like I've driven so far just because I've heard a good taco stand. And then you get there, you meet people in line, and they also are driving from far. So I thought, hey, people love. It's
like
not
a
just
taco connoisseur.
So that's my whole t-shirt line is taco
that's
themed.
Cool.
And
that's
this is
awesome.
I would say probably like the 5th business that I've started as an adult.
That's all right. Handful.
It's okay. And so I'm glad you said that you had a couple tries because now I feel like, hey, we're all trying things out, and you're right. It is like the entrepreneurial spirit. It's like, hey, if this one doesn't work, that's cool. I got another idea in the bag that I'm gonna try next time.
Yeah, I think that's the best thing. Even though you might fail or it might not be as easy, you just want to keep going and trying for something. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you have a full-time job, so I mean, you can do that. Yeah. But
wait, so are you working full-time right now, or are you all in your business?
I do work full-time. I'm
okay,
actually
nice.
I'm a digital banker, so
cool.
Yes,
cool.
I don't have any client interaction right now, but yeah. So I miss that a little bit, but that's it. So I'm just working on the crafting stuff again. And then I did go to makeup school too during this time. So I finished that. Cool.
Are you doing that as a side business too?
I am, but I kind of, because of the holidays and stuff, I was like, we're moving too. So, when life changes, I just kind of have to put everything on hold, especially when I work full time and have kids. It's like, okay.
Dude, as soon as Elizabeth got pregnant with our little guy, who's 6 months old now, dude, my whole side, everything just went like because you have to put work in to bring in the work.
You do.
It takes work to get, and if no one's hiring you for anything, or if no one's buying your stuff, you're not doing anything. And so go.
No, you're fine.
Oh yeah. So ever since he was born, I just feel like, oh, dude, I didn't realize how much my side hustles would take a hit. And it's I feel like I'm barely crawling back out of there. We're finally figuring out how to have life now with this whole new baby. It's crazy. I didn't realize how much it was going to rock my world, especially my financial world, because the side hustles are nice.
Oh yeah. You have to find balance. And if you really, want to do it, and I make excuses for myself too, so it's easier said than done, but you should just try to find, even if it's an hour or two a day, Or if you just said, oh, Sunday afternoon or evenings, I'm going to commit to making a new design, or I'm going to commit to, making some content or whatever.
So you're a mama of two, and you've been crafting since they were babies, right? How did you do that? That's so impressive to me, because I'm just like, treading water here, and like with this little guy.
So I would stay up, believe it or not. I would work. Because I was working here too. Yeah. And then so I would work, leave here, pick them up from daycare, get home, dinner, baths, put them down. And then once they were down, I would work. So I would work. Dude, I have
so much respect for that.
Until, believe it or not, sometimes it was like 2 a.m. And I would get so in trouble from, like, Raph would go in there and he would be like, what are you doing? And like, you need to go to bed. And sometimes I was like up, either, I was just working, or sometimes I was trying to figure something out and I was so mad. Right. And I was like, no, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to, whatever I need to do, I'm going to do it tonight. Yeah. Like, that's my goal. I'm not going to sleep until I figure out how to do this design or whatever it was.
So you put in the work. You were grinding.
I was tired. I was really tired. And then I would try to like just ship stuff out on the weekend if it was something I had to ship. And if it was like a pickup order, I would just have like 2 days, like, okay, you guys can come on Wednesday evening, or you guys can come on like Saturday morning to pick it up, because I couldn't not have a life either. That's why I said, like, balance. Right. You have to like create a schedule for yourself.
It's so, it's funny. It's so much work. It's worth it. But man, it is a lot of work to create balance.
It's worth it because you're like, yeah, I did that. Like, no one else did this. I mean, for me,
the satisfaction. Yeah,
yes, definitely. I'm always like, wow, I did this. Wow. And then it makes you feel even better when the customer is like, wow, this is perfect. This is amazing. And you're like, oh, yeah, I did that. So yeah, I think balance for sure. Like,
dude, so much respect for you right now, because once Noah's asleep, it's my boy's name, Noah. Once Noah's asleep, like, I feel like I am done, because then once he's asleep, then that's when we wash his bottles, clean up whatever the heck we can clean up, and I just want to like sit and watch TV for an hour and just go to sleep myself. I find it hard to have the drive, but just hearing you, like, it's very inspiring, because it's like, oh, like, Brittany doesn't have like a magic key and 30 butlers to watch her kids. Like, no, like, you put in the freaking work.
Oh, I do. And Dad's there, but he has a crazy schedule. So he's in retail. He's a manager, but it's like, I just have to figure it out if I really want something.
Dude, just got to figure it out. Yeah. Yes.
And I think like anyone can do it, like, I would have never thought this machine. And, back then I was like, wow, that's a lot of money to spend on a machine. Yeah. What am I going to do? I wasn't really working like that. I was, I don't even know how much money I was making at that time, but I was like, it's an investment. I mean, I'm going to give it a shot. And then now, the years, and now I'm like, oh, okay, I know if I spend this much on a machine, I'm going to get my money back. Like, it's not going to be an issue. I can make this, I can make that. And I mean, I think balance. And because as if you get into the business, you have to also like kind of cater to your customers, because new things are coming. Right. Yeah. Like I said, when I started, I was just making like those cups, Then I was like, there's a demand for shirts. Like, I need to do it. I need to just go for it and do it. So then I did that. Then when I started working here, you guys introduced me to like Sublimation and stuff. And I was like, what the heck is this?
It's the craziest rabbit hole. I love it. I love it.
The craziest thing. And it's actually funny. It was you and Mike that taught me how to sublimate.
Oh, Mike.
And I think you helped me do like some coasters, and then he taught me how to do like some mugs, and I was just like, whoa, this is so cool. Yeah. I need this. So I got my printer, and then I started sublimating. And now, honestly, if I know I can sublimate something versus like cutting it and stuff, dude, I kind of go that route. I it's just easier, you know.
Yeah, I actually got rid of my sublimation equipment. That was the most painful thing to do because I share half of my office is the baby's nursery.
Oh,
we only have a 2-bedroom, and there's nowhere else to put anything.
Yeah,
and so we were literally so tight on spaces. Like, okay, sublimation, I'm coming back for you one day. I will return. But then also I did want to focus just on my t-shirts. So I actually don't take side jobs anymore. Yeah. As far as like, because I used to love selling mugs by the case. Oh, I love it. It's so easy. It's the same graphic.
Yeah,
all the mugs
over again.
in one night. You're making a couple $100 doing a couple Oh, I love sublimation mugs by the case. And that actually did really nice for us. We had a lot of really nice steak dinners. Thanks to Sublimation, you know, so awesome. So that like, so you know, cool. we even went to where did we go? It didn't pay for the whole trip, but we went to like Ensenada and like went to nice. And like I had some mug money saved up, and so they really helped us out, and so you know, like it's really impacted our bottom line in a good way. It's, you know,
it's
like,
great.
I love it, but yeah, I had to make the choice. I was like, okay.
So are you doing just like vinyl now on the shirts?
Yeah. So I do vinyl shirts, super color on the shirts, and then
I don't know what that is.
Well, let me tell you. Okay, yeah. So super color is just it's just custom made transfers. Like you send them your artwork, they send you the transfers. And
yeah, you should look into that. Because now I'm gonna make my own designs
for full color stuff on like cotton shirts.
That's cool.
I love it. Yeah.
I'm going that route too. I just want to make my own designs.
Mm-hmm.
I'll still take custom orders for like regular customers, because even though I wasn't really making things during the pandemic, I had like my regulars. Can you make this? Can you make that? And of course, I was like, sure, I'll do it. You know. Because they've been with me like since the beginning, so I couldn't refuse it. Yeah,
I got a big soft spot for my OGs, so they could still hassle me for a shirt or whatever.
Same, I'll do
it. Like new people, like, hey, I heard you make shirts. I don't anymore. Sorry, bro. Like any energy I have is just on my line. It's just on that.
And
now.
It's not because I don't want them as my customer or I don't want to help them. It's really because you do have to think about yourself first. And I mean, we have so much stuff going on. It's crazy. Like, you know, work, then you're a full-time parent. And then it's like, you know, like it's just everything. And I mean, it's easier too, right? With like making your own designs, because you can just have things ready. So
I know exactly how I want it to be. Yeah, there's no variables of, could you put his name and her name? And, I sent you the wrong spelling after it's already been pressed.
Yeah. Or the fonts, like, no, this is my font.
I hate customers picking fonts. I hate that so much.
I had stuff, you know, when you have to have patience, because when you do custom stuff, it's like, they're like, okay, I want the cursive to be a little more cursive. And I'm like, okay. Or I wanted a little more to the left or a little more to the right. And I'm like,
oh my gosh,
it's not going to be centered.
Can you make it pop?
Yeah.
I hate can you make it pop?
So
what does that even mean? Okay. What's of all your customers, and you don't have to name anybody, do you have any like horror stories that you want to tell us?
I do.
Yes. This is what I'm here for.
And we don't talk bad about our customers.
Of course not. Not by name.
Never. Right? But I had one, and I just remember she was doing like a Disney theme party, and she wanted me to make shirts. And it was more, I wouldn't say so Disney theme. It was more like quotes and like little hearts. I don't even remember what
magical
it was.
Theme.
The only thing I remember is that when I sent the mock-up, she was like, can you show it to me live? And I'm like, huh? And then I'm like before it's not, you know, edited? Like, I wasn't understanding. And she's like, yeah, like, don't you make it? Because I want you to move. It was I want you to move this a little to the left, a little to the right. And then I want this a little more. And I mean, it was centered. I'm very like, I'd like to center my stuff, make sure, you know, whatever it is. And I'm like, you have to remember this is like digital right now too. Like, it's not, you know, on the shirt. And then, I mean, I was up for like, it was one of the nights I was up late.
Oh, yeah.
And then I was sending her, and she actually responded to, most of the time. And at that time, I didn't really have like set hours like, oh, I'll respond to you this, or I'll respond. I was just like, okay, she's responding to me. Oh, that's perfect. Since I'm already like here, I can just make her stuff. Like, I don't have to worry about doing it tomorrow. Yeah. So it was like back and forth. Ooh. And honestly, I was like, at that time, I just wanted to tell her, maybe I'm not the person for you.
Maybe you should learn how to do this.
How do you say that, right? Yeah, I didn't know how to say that, because most people are hiring you because they trust you. They see your work and they're like, okay, cool, just do this or do that. And they just let you do your thing. But yeah, it was like she was me. Ugh. Like, I was like.
Let me guess. And she also wanted a discount. I don't know.
No, but you know what? When we met up, because this was actually like, in person, I met her up. She was like looking at everything like so like detailed, every single. And then I made like party cups, and there was like honestly like 30 cups, and she was looking at every single one. And I do double check my work, but I was like, whoa, all right.
Yeah.
That's fine if you want to do like quality assurance right now. That's cool. But I have to go. Like, I can't sit here. Like, call me or text me or something.
Oh,
but
man.
Yeah, so I definitely have had that. Yeah, it's normal, I think it wouldn't be normal if you had all easygoing, simple
that'd be nice
clients or customers. Now you're like you're gonna have one.
Yeah. Was she your worst customer ever, or just one of them?
I've had a handful out of many years, but what's funny is that they come back. So
yeah. Oh, did she?
They complain,
oh, nice.
Or they're like super picky, they come back. So then I'm like, okay, well, you're super picky and you did like quality assurance. I guess I passed and I'm good to go. So
that's
yeah,
funny.
I think it's just you could just gotta have a smile.
Have you ever have you ever had to tell a customer no, like straight up, just like they're like, I want this and I want this, and you're like, I can't do that, or I'm not gonna do that.
I have, and I'll say it nicely. I'm not able to do that, or some people will send you something like, I want it exactly like this.
Oh,
and
yes.
I'm really big on I will try not to copy someone else's work.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I will be inspired. We're all inspired by somebody, like everybody, every brand. So I will tell them. I can do something similar.
Yeah.
Or, we can do something.
That one
that's
always
inspired
confuses
by
me,
this.
because I'm usually going to be more expensive than the I've had it. They'll send me the Etsy screenshot.
And they send you do they put the price in there so they know? Yeah,
dude,
I know.
And it's funny because my price usually comes out either the same or like $1 more. I think the only difference is that I am local, so they'll have it in like 3 days versus like a week and a half or whatever.
Yeah.
So I get that. You're trying to save time, right? But I'm like, dude, they obviously like just get them. I'm not gonna be hurt. Like,
and that's what I don't get. I think
I don't
they're
understand
trying to they're shopping for rates, like to see who's the best buy. But it would be an insult if I copied someone.
Right? Because for me, the easiest thing to do is to just like, I could screenshot their mock-up and steal their logo so easy, right?
Yeah, you can.
But I'm not gonna
do it. It's different if it's like the designs you can buy the SVGs for, and a lot of people are using.
Yeah.
I totally get that, because then I'm like, oh yeah, I can buy that, and do it for you. That's I mean, it's easier for you if you don't want something that's super custom, but something that I can find the design. But if it's a design and someone just made that design,
like
you're not gonna do it.
I remember we had a little showdown in the Facebook group, in the Heat Press Nation creators group. Somebody had stolen a graphic that one of my buddies did.
Oh, really?
And she posted it on there.
On the group?
In the group,
wow.
not knowing that I knew where she got it from.
Yeah.
And so I gave my buddy, and it was on her, and then I was like, oh. And so I went to her profile, and she posted, and I was like, hey, bro, like, just a heads up, you got people out there who are borrowing your work. And so he sent her, so he saw it, and he sent her a message like, hey, like, dude, this is like whatever, blah, 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 blah. And then in the group, oh man, word got out though, because he had a following. And so I just deleted her post in the group because I was a moderator. So I didn't want it to get dirty or anything like that. I just put, hey, this, someone has reported this, copyright, whatever, right?
Of course.
And so, but then later on, she posted in the group because his followers all went to her social media. Not all of them, but a handful had gone like, oh, thief, like whatever, right? Like they were just telling her off. And so it was funny because she went back to the group. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to steal. I thought that it was, and it's funny because like some people, they don't think twice about it.
They don't know either.
Yeah.
Because I think they see, well, everybody else is doing it, And
right.
I get it, but with specific things you have to be careful for sure.
Yeah, and it's just like I feel like there's like I don't know. I just think it's funny like in what other situation would it be okay to just like take something? I think because it's so easy, you just click on it and it's yours, yours. I think because it's so easy, people don't really think about it. Like when I get requests or when I was doing mugs, like, hey, make me a Rams mug, bro. And I'm like, no, I don't do that. Oh, you can't? Like, no. I can. I won't. Yeah. Like, I'm not trying to mess with it's so I and everybody's different. Like I would when I was doing mugs.
It for personal use, right?
Right. And then but I'm not
gonna get in trouble still, right?
Dude, you really can.
You can.
And then, dude, there was this one creator. He's one of our affiliates. His name's Ray. He's one of his buddies or his followers. I'm not sure how they linked up. There was a straight up sting operation.
Really?
Someone asked him I don't know if it was lawyers or who the heck it was. They asked him like, hey, can you make us X amount of, it was a sports team. I will say Dodgers. I don't know who it was. Can you make us like 20 Dodgers shirts? And he's like, sure, whatever. So he made him, oh, can you make us 20 more? And then when they went to pick up the 20 more, they like served him his freaking whatever. Yeah. He had to destroy all his stuff. He lost so much money. And I was like, dang, that's dirty.
That's crazy.
So now if somebody, even if people I know, I probably won't do it. Especially if somebody I don't know. Sorry, dude.
Yeah.
Nope. Not risking it.
Yeah, that's why I think it's important just to just do your own stuff, Yeah. Just create. Like if you like it, that's all that matters.
Yeah.
I think we overthink things like, oh, what should I do? Or this isn't gonna sell. And it's like if you like it, you'll find somebody, you'll find your niche.
Yeah.
And, someone will like it and you'll go from there.
It's funny, people usually their tastes are so different and varied. I'm always surprised at the shirts that sell more than the others because I'm like, dude, I spent so much time on this design and nobody's buying it. And then the one that I didn't really care about, I threw together in an hour. It's like, oh, that one's selling the best, and it's like, hey, cool.
Yeah,
this is how it goes. All right, so Brittany, what are if you could go back in time and give advice to start up my first crafting attempt, Brittany, what would you tell her? What advice would you give to your past self?
Don't give up. Be patient. Patience is key. Mm-hmm. And I say that because I have no patience.
Same.
Yeah, I have no patience. So if I don't get things done, or I don't catch on the first time, and I'm not being cocky, but I am a pretty good learner. So I'm really hard on myself.
You're confident. Yeah.
So if I don't catch on, and I'm not able to do something the first time, usually I'm like, maybe it's not for me, or I'm not going to do it. But I say, just keep going and try, and don't be so hard on yourself. Just do what makes you happy, because if you're creating stuff, it should give you joy. And if it's your passion, it'll just come naturally, and you'll just, figure things out. So I think, in order for you to stay motivated, you just have to be patient and don't give up. I think that's the biggest thing. And you're going to have a lot of downs, but you're going to have some super highs, and those are going to be the ones that are you're this is why I did it. This is why I should do it. And just stay motivated. I think that's the biggest thing. You got to be positive. Dude. If you're hard on yourself and negative, it's never going to work.
Dude, that was beautiful. I could not have said it better myself. I think there's a lot of people out there who are going to take that, and I hope they're inspired by that. I really do. I know I'm inspired just like as somebody who's working full time with a side hustle, with a kid. Like, I know I picked up a lot. So thank you. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for talking to us. Now, before we go, where can everybody find you? If they want to get some stuff from Such a Creation, like, where's everyone going to find you?
So you can actually find me on Instagram right now. I'm working on a couple things. So
nice.
In my Instagram handle is Such a Creation. That's it. Just Such a Creation.
Okay.
And you'll see a little heart logo on there with my name. But yeah, you guys can find me on Instagram. I have a Facebook too. I'm not too active, but definitely Instagram would probably be the best.
Awesome. Well, again, thank you so much for coming by. And everybody, we'll see you guys around.
Yeah. Thanks, Jarrett. Bye, guys.